person, and he's a great fighter, things like that, but you can't put him to me. Like the guy he just fought for the undisputed welterweight, light welterweight champion of the world, Regis Prograis stopped him. Later than he did. He got 3 coaches. We don't know who the head coach is.
According to this latest tweet by Terence Crawford, it seems like it's not going to be a rematch. The key words for me is, I'm glad it's over and done with. I wish you well, my brother. Which means to me, there will not be a rematch. The money's not there. Spence is very damaged. Spence said he had to go in for cataract surgery. And what I'm hearing, he's had broken ribs. Now, I don't believe he had broken ribs in training camp. I believe if he had broken ribs, Terence Crawford did that. And whatever eye injury he had, it may not have been cataract. It may be damage caused by Terence Crawford's hard jab. And it's probably safer for Errol Spence to stay away from Crawford. Now, where do they go from here? Terence Crawford got a couple of options. He could fight Teofimo Lopez at 147, which is a big fight. He could fight Boots Ennis. And he also could fight Tim Tszyu, which is a big fight in Australia, and would make him a 4-weight champion. And out of those 3, and it may be funny to you, but people are serious. They think Teofimo has the best chance of beating Terence Crawford over Boots Ennis and Tim Tszyu. But we know what fight Crawford wants. He wants a big Canelo payday on his way out. I don't think he's going to get it. But there are 2 fights out there I would want to see Crawford in. And that's the Boots fight or the Tim Tszyu fight. The Teofimo fight, I'm still wavering on that. I don't know if I want to see that fight or not. But the bigger question is, what does Errol Spence go from here? We know he's going to move to 154. He says he's not going to retire. And personally, I think he'd fool at 154. But if I'm Al Heyman, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give Errol Spence a couple of gimme wins and then try to build that fight for him and Virgil Ortiz. I think they both are from the same part of Texas or pretty close. So what I'm thinking is you build up Spence again and Virgil Ortiz stays on his winning streak. That would be a huge fight in Texas and probably Errol Spence's last payday. I think that's the best scenario for Errol Spence. Either that or he should retire. He was a big welterweight. At 154, not so big. Not to mention, he doesn't have the punching power to keep these guys off of him. So I think Spence is going to have to benefit from PBC matchmaking until he gets to that big showdown against Virgil Ortiz, which he'll be flatlined and get his last payday. Spence fans, for the time being, have entered the transfer portal. Now, they're Jerron Boots fans now. And they're T.O. fans. In a nutshell, they're fans of anybody that opposes Terence Crawford. I want these fights because I'm a fan of boxing, and I want to see him there fighting the best. They want to see him lose because he beat up their hero, their demolition job on their hero. But here's a question for you. Who should beat Terence Crawford's next opponent? Teofimo Lopez, Tim Tszyu, or Jerron Boots Ennis? And what's your prediction on the fight tomorrow? Beterbiev or Colin Smith? Colin Smith has looked better at 175 than what he did at 168. I thought John Ryder outclassed him, but he got the decision, and he was afraid to open up against Canelo. So my thing is this. He's been knocking out people at 175, but he hasn't faced a monster like Beterbiev. Even though Beterbiev is getting long in the tooth, Beterbiev's boxing ability is underrated. My thing is this. If you're shelling up against Canelo, what are you going to do against Beterbiev, who's a much bigger puncher than Canelo Alvarez is? Beterbiev will figure Colin Smith out, and I think Smith will show more grit than Joe, but I'm still picking Beterbiev late round stoppage between 9 or 10 rounds. Colin Smith sounds very confident in this fight. He's predicting a knockout. We will see. Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beasy, I'm gone.